What up, YouTube? Tim here from the GrayScale podcast, where it's bigger than black and white. This is clip 2 from episode 1 of season 3 GrayScale podcast, where we're going to talk about Tiger Woods. Prayers up for Tiger. We're going to talk about Mr. and Mrs. / not Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. We're going to talk about how your bones will tell if you were a boy or girl long after you're gone, and how our friend Jeff, just like in the previous clip, but this time we're going to end the story of our friend Jeff's new baby on the way. So if you're enjoying the show, like and subscribe. Hit the button down there. Subscribe. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Just one click. Boom, boom, boom. Half a second. Doesn't take any time. Do that. Subscribe. Like the page. Do all that sort of stuff. And click the little bell so you get a notification every time we launch a new video. Let's get to it. Here we go. I'm not even good at that. I don't have any babies.
TMI.
Yeah, so anyhow. So, let's talk. Speaking of black golfers, Tiger Woods was in a accident.
Were you done with Jeff's story?
Yeah, that was it.
He's making babies.
Expecting his fourth
word.
kid. Yeah, so congratulations.
Congratulations,
Jeff.
Jeff. I'm like, wait a minute.
That was the whole story.
Oh, damn.
They're expecting their fourth kid. Yeah.
Exciting news.
Yeah.
It is.
That is exciting, right?
It is.
Yeah. If I was expecting my first kid, I would be excited.
True.
But I'm not.
True.
I don't think. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not.
No, I think
this light is so hot.
You're more excited about that first one.
Yeah, is that right?
And you're excited about that second one. And you're like excited about that third one.
Bro.
No.
How excited do you get about babies? I'm not excited about any of them at this point.
No, for real. But no, you were saying Tiger. What'd you say?
Tiger Woods was in a car accident.
Prayers for Tiger Woods.
Yes.
I mean,
he's hurt pretty bad, it sounded
still
like.
One of the all-time greatest
he's
golfers.
Definitely one of the best black golfers ever.
Definitely one of the best black golfers
the
ever.
Best Blasian golfers ever.
You cannot discredit. They had a whole 30 for 30.
Jeff said Jeff's having another kid in the story. Yeah, that's pretty much it. God. That's pretty much it, Jeff. That's
Jeff
right.
is going to repopulate Earth.
He is. He's working on it real hard.
Oh, man, Jack. Especially after COVID, we're going to need it.
Hey, people dying off.
It's not fun.
So, yeah, definitely prayers to Tiger. We hope for a good recovery. I'm going to move my chair so it doesn't sound like we farting on each other over here. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I did hear it. I hope they didn't.
They probably did. It wasn't either of us. It was the chair rubbing together. But anyway, it was probably me. You think Tiger will be able to play again? It sounded like he hurt his legs and stuff.
Man,
pretty
it sounded
bad.
like they said it almost was amputated.
Almost, yeah.
Or needing to be amputated.
That would have been obviously he doesn't play. I mean, he can play with a prosthetic, I guess. I guess one of those robotic ones, if you can get a little. There's a lot of movement in the legs and the hips and stuff to play golf. So
yeah, trust me, I'm still trying to figure that out right now.
It's all in the hips.
You would think it with my little dance moves I can. Yeah. But no, man, it's a different type of hip swing when you're swinging that golf club. Let me keep it real with you. Swing. Ask Charles Barkley. But yeah, man, I don't think he'll. I mean, it's Tiger.
It's hard to count him out.
It's hard to count him out.
Ever.
You know what I'm saying? He came out of nowhere and won the Masters like last year or whatever it was, and everybody was left him for dead. Like, he'll never win another major. Yeah. He wins the Masters.
Which is like the major.
Right. So it's hard to count him out as long as they say he can still walk in rehab. I think there's a chance he's going to play again, because I think it makes a great comeback story, even if he's coming back later on, 3-4 years down the road. It's still pay to see TV when Tiger Woods.
That's true. It'd be like if it was kind of like when Jordan came back and played for the Wizards. Right. Like, it wasn't Jordan,
Right.
But it was Jordan.
He still dropped 50.
Yeah. It was still like worth watching. It was still fun
50.
to watch.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
But it wasn't like, yeah.
So
it wasn't Chicago Bulls. There was something about Jordan playing for the Bulls that was just different about
well, I mean,
him playing for the Wizards.
He came back about 15 pounds heavier.
He was heavier.
You know, about a few ticks on the 40-yard dash slower.
That's true.
You know, but stronger.
Jeff said Alex Smith did it. And Alex Smith did it in like,
in a tough sport.
In a way harder sport to do something like that in with a hurt leg for sure.
So we'll see, man. It remains to be seen with Tiger. But I think he'll bounce back. Nothing else. He was out there with his son. We know little Tiger's on his way.
He can play in some pro-ams or celebrity matches and stuff for sure.
Really,
and people will still watch and all that kind of jazz.
CTV.
So, Mr. Potato Head has officially become Potato Head.
You were telling me about
how
that
ridiculous
earlier.
Is this?
So what's up behind that? Because I seen you post it, and like I really wasn't, seeing what was going on.
So the idea is that Mr. Potato Head assumes Mr. Potato Head's gender.
Right, a male gender.
Right, and we don't assume people's gender, so we had to call him Potato Head.
Yikes.
And I guess they're going to get rid of Mrs. Potato Head as well, obviously, and just have one box with all the pieces in it, would be my guess, right? Because there's Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head.
Right.
That came with different pieces that you made the faces out of, because Mrs. Potato Head came with like big lips with the red lipstick, and you know what I mean, and jewelry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you get rid of the Mr. and the Mrs., you put everything in one box, and you just call it Potato Head.
And then what?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what this solves. I don't... Like, first of all, I don't really know what the problem is.
Yeah.
And so second of all, I definitely don't understand how this is the solution. If there is a problem.
Right.
Right? So, like, I don't understand. It's pandering at its finest.
Well, yeah, you still have man, you still have woman. I mean, there's still two different DNA genetic makeups.
Right.
So I don't understand the stripping of not identifying genders because there's... I'm assuming this is for transgender reasons.
Right.
Okay. So...
And for... So here's the... This is... All right. We're going to talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
So there's somebody made a post earlier about some kind of there was a lady hanging up a sign that said there are two genders, stand behind the science or something like that, right? And one of the comments to that was this person doesn't even know anything about science because they don't even know the difference between sex and gender. And so, to give you the quick and easy of this, the idea now is that your sex is defined at birth, whether you're a boy or a girl, or some variation of, right?
You mean like you bi?
No.
Oh.
I mean like you're born with both types of genitalia, because that happens in real life. Like that's a real thing. You can be born with some mixture of genitalia, female and male genitalia, like hermaphrodite, right? So, but gender is something that you decide on your own. What gender you want to be, like that. This is the thought process now is that you don't your gender isn't defined by your DNA. Your sex is defined by your DNA. Your gender is something that you can decide. Like if you're born female and you want to be a male, but you want to take on the male role, then you're a male. Right. Your gender, you're a boy. Right. And so that's the thing that is really, really weird to me. Because why does the word gender even need to exist if it's going to be completely fluid and you can just decide what you want to be anyway? Why do we even need to have classifications for that? Why don't we just stick to sexes and there's boys and girls? And you can't change that. Your bones will tell. Even after the rest of your body is gone away, right. If someone digs up your bones, they'll be able to tell if you were a boy or a girl. So what are we really talking about? And what does Mr. Potato Head have to do with any of this? Right.